Welcome, everyone. Welcome to this special edition of Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. I am Rev Melissa, and we are in our Kwanzaa series for Morning Sip. Habari Gani, everyone, which is Swahili for What's the News? What's the News? So on Mondays, I usually share a replay, but since we're in Kwanzaa, I wanted to share day 5, the 5th principle of Kwanzaa. So good day, everyone. I am live on Instagram. This is pre-recorded on Facebook and on YouTube. So good day, Julian. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining me today. Habari Gani to you, Julian, and anyone else tuning in live on Instagram. So just as a recap, if you don't know, if you're not familiar with Kwanzaa and you're becoming more familiar with Kwanzaa, given the series that I've been doing, Kwanzaa is a African-American, Pan-African holiday created in 1966 by Dr. Karenga. It is a celebration of family, community, and culture. The theme for 2024 that Dr. Karenga created is celebrating Kwanzaa in difficult and demanding times, lifting up the light that lasts. And I love that. And if you want more information about Kwanzaa, I would suggest going to officialkwanzaawebsite.org. That's Dr. Karenga's website, and you can find out more information about Kwanzaa. So today is day 5, but I'm going to go quickly through day 1 through 4. And if you missed any of them, you can check out the replays easily by going to my YouTube channel at I Am Rev Melissa. So we always start by saying Habari Gani, which means what's the news? What's the news? And the response is that principle for that day. So there are 7 principles. Kwanzaa started on December 26th. It ends on January 1st. So the first principle is umoja, which means unity. The second principle is kukajakalia, which is a tongue twister for me, but kukajakalia means self-determination. The third principle is ujima, and ujima means collective work and responsibility. Yesterday, principle 4 was ujama, which means, ujama. What does ujama mean? Let me remember. Ujama means collective work. No, cooperative economics. That's ujama. Collective work, cooperative economics. And then today is principle 5, which is Nia. And every time I meet someone whose name is Nia, I'm like, we know your parents was feeling Kwanzaa, right? Anytime I meet someone named Nia, that's the first thought that comes to my mind is the principle of Kwanzaa that means purpose. That means purpose. So here's a little bit about Nia, the 5th principle of Kwanzaa. And this is from Dr. Karenga's website. To make our collective vocation the building and development of our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. So the purpose that he's talking about is collective vocation, your purpose. And you'll know I am big on purpose, big on purpose. He goes on to say, commitment to the collective vocation of building, developing, and defending our community, its culture and history in order to regain our historical initiative and greatness as a people and add to the good and beauty in the world. We as African people share in the great human legacy Africa has given the world. That legacy is one of having been the fathers and mothers of humanity, but also the fathers and mothers of human civilization, i.e., having introduced in the Nile Valley civilizations some of the basic disciplines of human knowledge. The principle of Nia then makes us conscious of our purpose in light of our historical and cultural identity. This is so important. And I got to experience this deeply recently when I went to Kemet, Egypt, ancient Egypt. And I got to visit the temples and the pyramids of our ancestors and to see, like, it is so hard to put into words the it's just dynamic. It's like beyond, like they still don't know how the pyramids were built, you know? It's to still see the hieroglyphics etched, to still see the colors coming through. And we're talking thousands of years. And one of the things that is so powerful being there and seeing it with my own eyes is to see the way in which they shared how they were living, how civilization was being birthed, how the knowledge was being expressed and expanded. It's just breathtaking. It's breathtaking. And their purpose is a living, it is a living, I don't even know the word. It is living and breathing there in Kemet. And so when I think about all of the credit that goes to ancient Rome, to Greece, you know, to different philosophers like Socrates and Plato, to name a few, they got that from Kemet. They were in Kemet and they learned from the Egyptians. And then they took it back and claimed it as their own. I'm not even going to go there, y'all. So many things that are credited to philosophers, Greek philosophers, Roman philosophers, are really from Kemet. It's from the motherland. And we need to know that so that credit is given where credit is due. Whew. I remember being in high school and learning and taking a philosophy class. It was all about Plato. It was all about Plato and Socrates. There was no mention of Egypt. There was no mention of any of this. So yes, stolen legacy is a real thing. And it's wonderful when we start to recognize and reclaim it through and by living these principles and by speaking truth, So purpose matters. If you are living out of your purpose, meaning if you're not living in your purpose, What are you waiting for? Now is the time. Much has been sacrificed on our behalf for us to be here today. And if nothing else, let us honor who we are, where we come from, our true nature. Let us honor our ancestors, our grandmothers, great grandfathers, all of our ancestors. Let us honor them by living in our purpose. Imagine a world where everyone is living their purpose, that collective vocation. It is a powerful energy that we get to step into today without further delay. So, Habari Gani, Nia, purpose, to make our collective vocation the building and development of our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. This is what we get to do. This is who we get to be. You see the light flickering. That's the ancestors giving me an amen. They giving me an amen. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. All right, y'all. So we will continue with Kwanzaa and the 7 principles. Tomorrow we will share principle 6. So your homework is to find out what principle 6 is tomorrow. When I say Habari Gani, you could put it in the comments. All right? So live life in purpose, live life connected to your yes. Yes, this is what we get to do. This is who we get to be today. So let me share one thing in joy news before I sign off. As we talk about purpose and living life in purpose and being connected to our yes, the first class that I teach in 2025 is Live Life Alive in 2025 with the 30-Day Mental Diet book. The 30-Day Mental Diet is by Willis Kinnear. Registration is open now. The first class starts on January 7th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's all about getting activated in the truth of who we are, taking those next steps. If you're like, Red Melissa, I'm in the flow. 2024 was all of that. I am living in my purpose. I'm doing the do and being the be. It is wonderful for me. Fabulous. Still take the class because now you get to go deeper. Now you get to go deeper. So join me starting January 7th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The cost is $55 until tomorrow. It goes up after tomorrow to $75. And it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful interaction with like-minded people who are also on their journey, living in their purpose. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. You can send me a direct message at I am Red Melissa. And that's it. That's what we get to do. All right, y'all. So we will be heading back home today. We've had a wonderful stay with my in-laws, is what I call them, in North Carolina. And it's always wonderful to spend Christmas here with Marco's family and to do some visiting because that's what we do here. We visit. So it's been wonderful. So I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. I hope that you are learning Kwanzaa and that you are practicing some of the principles that I have been sharing, or at minimum, it just sparks your curiosity to learn more. All right. So peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice. We are living life in joy, living life in purpose, connected to our yes. Peace. The thing doesn't want me to stop.